This one is an unhinged streamer. Oh my god. Normally I would censor the person's name in this scenario, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. Because it seems like this person really wants attention, so I don't know. But this is a streamer that absolutely crashed out on Twitter. Crazy. This was tweeted out by Twitter user Laura the Explorer. So like it's Laura the THA and then Explorer, but like just R. No ER at the end. And Laura writes, bruh, ... At K, please, you're so nasty for this. Imagine shitting on other women, especially mothers, streamers that are parents. You know how many moms and dads create content for a living, busting their asses every day. Girl, you need to shut up and take the huge L with this one. Stick to getting shit-faced, that's all you're good at. Brain dead trash can. So this streamer K writes, so many people chasing a quote streamer's dream end quote because in reality you're just too lazy, too uneducated, and practically irrelevant to society. If you couldn't make any money from subs, would you still do content creation? Probably not because you don't actually make money on content. You farm Twitch subs. Quote, being a mom streamer is hard. People don't want to watch me be a mom and stream, end quote. Yeah, no shit. You probably should go raise your children instead of talk to strangers online. Quote, I have the best community. I will always put out content for you, end quote. You get your bills paid probably by the same 3 people every month because they want to have sex with you, not because you're just so talented at a game they want to give money for viewing your gameplay. Society is cooked. Some of y'all should consider raising your children instead of prioritizing your stream where you play video games. What the fuck is wrong with my generation? I'm sorry, this is mean. This is mean. But this is kind of a wild take from somebody who averages 13 viewers. You know what I mean? Like, to me, this reads as, oh, I didn't make it to where I wanted to be as a streamer, so I'm just gonna go shit on everybody else and drag them down to the pits of hell with me. That's what this reads to me as. It reads to me as bitter. It reads to me as jealous. It reads to me as insecure. You know what I mean, right? Like, are you talking about moms and parent streamers? Or are you talking about yourself, you know? Her writing, so many people chasing a quote streamer dream, end quote, because in reality, you're just too lazy, too uneducated, and practically irrelevant to society. Are you talking about other people or yourself? Just genuinely asking, you know? Because when a post reads with this much hate and vitriol, I can't help but imagine that there's probably some sort of like self-hatred or self-loathing that leaks into the post. That's just my tinfoil hat though, right? I'm not trying to put words in her mouth. Like, I don't know what she's all about. Then she makes a second point. If you couldn't make any money from subs, would you still do content creation? Probably not, because you don't actually make money on content. You farm Twitch subs. To me, this does read a bit hypocritical if you're kind of like making posts highlighting your sub count, because why knock on the people that are doing the same thing that you're doing? I want to be a girl's girl, like I really do, but just if you guys make posts like this, I can't, right? Like posts like this, you know, showcasing, you know, things that were bought for you from your community because they were being so kind and generous. Shout out to their mod for buying me IRL streaming equipment. Thank you for being the best mod and friend a girl could ask for. Very sweet, very supportive. Isn't that exactly what you fucking said? Quote, I have the best community. I will always put out content for you, end quote. You get your bills paid probably by the same 3 people every month because they want to have sex with you. Make it make sense. Like, you can't be out here making a post being like mocking people for thanking their community for supporting them when you make the same post. Like, what makes you different from these other people? Because they're a mom, but you're not a mom? Do you realize how this sounds now, right? Exactly. This to me sounds like a lot of projection. You are not a girl's girl if you're making posts like this. You are not. Also, I really want to focus on the fact that she's highlighting moms specifically. Being a mom streamer is hard. Talking about how, oh, you probably only have the same 3 people every month because they want to have sex with you. This is talking about women, moms. I hate the notion that society puts on moms, where they always put pressure on moms to be nothing but a mom. Like, apparently once you have a kid, even multiple, whatever, you apparently are not allowed to do anything unless it involves being a mom. You can't have hobbies, you can't have a life, you can't have friends you go talk to because, oh, how dare you go and like grab an iced coffee for yourself instead of what, staring at your kid when he's asleep, right? How dare you take 1 hour for yourself to go, you know, play some games, stream it, instead of taking care of your kid? What about dads? You know, like, that same societal pressure and expectation that a woman should be completely stripped of her identity down to only being a mom, that pressure is not presented to men. It's not presented to dads. A dad is allowed to have his hobbies. A dad is allowed to watch Saturday Night Football or the Super Bowl or whatever with nobody batting an eye at him. A dad is allowed to kick his shoes off at the end of the night after a long day of work and play video games. A dad is allowed to do all of that. Nobody really side-eyes a dad when he's like chilling playing video games every single night because, oh, he works so hard to put bread on the table. But a mom is apparently not allowed to take even a minute amount of time to herself. It is always the mom who ends up with the kid. And it's because the courts are always like, oh, because the kid needs to be with their mom, da 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 da. And like there's a whole separate point too where a lot of times the legal fight for a child is a lot of times skewed against the dad sometimes, you know, a lot of times skewed, a lot of times also because the dad is just not as great of a parent as the mom. The mom does everything. The dad doesn't even know what shots the kid has. The dad doesn't know what allergies the kid has. The dad doesn't even know what size the kid wears. It's just a big issue with society in general. A lot of dads feel like the court side against them. If you can answer all those questions, the size your kids wears, what shots they have and what they're up to date for, what their food allergies are, what their favorite foods are, what their favorite TV show is, if you can answer all those questions, then we can make a fair argument that maybe it's biased against you. But come on, most dads, a lot of dads don't know any of that, you know? Of course, the course is going to side with the mom in that case. Largely, the mom knows all these, right? But this is my whole other point though, because I hate the societal expectation on moms to literally do nothing besides being a mom. Like, if a mom is ethically streaming, let her have her fucking hobby, bro. Like, what? She's gonna stream whatever game she enjoys playing, Marvel Rival, Stardew Valley, whatever, for an hour or two when the kid is already put to bed at 6 p.m. and it's like 8 now, okay? And she's streaming for like an hour or two, and then can she not have that time to herself, you know? This is a whole other societal point though. Suki, that's a very misogynistic way of seeing things. Both of my parents work, and when my mom comes home exhausted, my dad just plays his game on the PS3, leaving everything to her. Wow, he surprisingly forgot how to cook, even though he used to cook for me and my sibling when she was away and he wasn't working. Yeah. It's like the unspoken labor. It's like the unseen labor. But the woman ends up doing a lot of the unseen labor. I'm not saying 100% of the time again, right? Don't put words in my mouth. There are times where the gender roles are reversed. The mom does absolutely nothing and the dad does everything. That does happen too. Majority of the time though, a lot of times we've seen the mom take the entire burden of all the unseen labor, right? The doctor visits, the dentist visits, the cooking, the grocery shopping, the laundry, the cleaning, the packing the kids' lunches, all of that unseen labor, whereas the dad kind of just gets the chill and vibe, you know? Again, this doesn't always happen, but it is pretty common. Floyd, I have so many lady friends that are divorced now because their partner just dropped off helping around the house with the kids for years and they finally had enough. Yeah. It happens all the time because I think it's just a society thing. Like, society just tells men if you make money, that's good enough. And it's like, no, because as a woman, I can go find a guy that can make money and do the dishes, okay? Like, the bar is up here, okay? Like, Becky, I'm so thankful that my husband works hard to make it equal for us and that's very active with the ultrasounds. Yeah, see, I love that for you. Everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves a partner that will be actively supporting them. Don't date a guy that doesn't do any labor at home. If he doesn't do any chores right now, when you guys get married and you guys have kids, he definitely won't be doing anything because it's only going to get harder. But Laura continues, little update, and this was on February 7th. She deleted her Twitter account, her Kick account, and Twitch account. Whoops, she should have known better. I almost feel bad. Almost, ... but I don't. And then February 8th, LOL, she brought everything back. And then Laura adds, not her live on Twitch calling 95% of streamers losers, LMAO. I'm banned so I can't go there, nor do I want to. A friend sent me this clip. We're really all living in her head rent-free, while she's the actual loser that is shitting on streamers while streaming. Let's see this, I'm just curious.
You just can't fix stupid. And unfortunately, in the streamer space, it's a bunch of fucking losers.
Are we talking to a camera or a mirror?
Like, there's like 95% fucking losers, like these literal weirdos, fucking weirdos. That's all I know. Okay. That's fact.
Tell me you don't like your coworkers without telling me you don't like your coworkers. I just think that's so interesting. Like, don't bite the hand that feeds you, bro. Also, to me, this is just really weird. This is, again, gonna be a mean statement, right? But like, you don't average enough viewers to have that opinion. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not trying to dog on you guys if you're small streamers. Like, you guys are totally chill and normal. But like, to come out here guns blazing, being like, I fucking hate everybody in my industry, all of you guys are losers. Like, you can only do that when you're big. You know what I mean? Like, you can only get away with biting the hand that feeds you and actively and openly being malicious and mean towards your coworkers, other streamers, and people in your industry. You can only get away with doing that when you're actually successful. Because you can't turn around and be like, fuck everyone, I hate everything. Right? Unless you already have a lot of followers, unless you already have a lot of viewers, unless you're already successful. Yeah, if you're big, then the backlash will be bigger, but you would still have a supportive audience. You know what I mean? Like, you would still have people that would just be fans of you because they're just loyal to you. Have you guys seen what Kanye is tweeting right now? It is weird. But Kanye is huge. Kanye has fans. Kanye has diehard Kanye fans, okay? Like, no matter what, whatever he's tweeting all over Twitter, however gross it is, right? At the end of the day, he will still have fans because he's just that large and popular of a creator and a celebrity. In my opinion, you don't have enough viewers and followers to be doing that because that's how you ostracize yourself from the community. Like, you gotta have loyal people, to then like back up the weird shit you say. I really, really would hope that, hey, if there's a case where somebody, a streamer creator, does something very disrespectful and gross, that the audience will learn, be like, this person's a piece of shit. Let me not support them. And on the other side, we all know Dr. Disrespect got exposed for doing what he did, and he still went back to Twitch and had 200K viewers. Like, it doesn't work that way sometimes. But you need to be at like a certain size to get away with that, But it's crazy. But I just think it's funny because this K person has gone on Twitter and absolutely quadrupled down, like double, tripled down. But I would also say, like, if you truly are as hard as you say you are, like if you are the dog, right? Like, turn your comments back on. I'm just saying, if you're gonna double down like that, you better turn your comments on. Like, because if you double down like this and you keep your comments off, that shows me that you aren't actually doubling down. Like, you're just being a wuss. But they write, I am so thankful my mom put time and love into me instead of playing video games and call it a career. Interesting. Yeah, she's throwing stones from glass houses, truly. My mom loves me. I do content creation as a career. I'm sorry your mom isn't supportive of your dreams, I guess. Sucks to be you. My mom's in chat right now. Mom Leonte is literally in my stream. And then Kay adds, hurts you, huh? That my opinion is mothers shouldn't stream. LOL and? And another person responds, hey, it's Cherry. Just moms, not dads. Girl, I don't know what's been going on, but this is really unfair to a lot of amazing parents. I've seen streamers end streams for nightmares, upset tummies, and everything in between. I know streamers who restrict their content to during school or after bedtime. That's my other point too. Like, why just mom? Like, okay, to me, she reads as like pick me. Like, I'm one of the boys, Like, I want to be a trad wife. Like, yeah, women should belong in the kitchen. Like, this is the energy it's giving me. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a girl's girl if you're saying stuff like that. Like, quote, I'm such a good mom, end quote. Post pic of ass for Twitter engagement. Can't make this shit up. And then she went out here body shaming people. Because then we have another creator writing, so for science, if you're victimized by Regina George, I mean Kay, please comment. I have a reason. And then Kay grabs a screenshot of Harley's butt, writing LMFAO, pukey face, throw up emoji. Look, man. I don't like people who like to think they're better than other people like this, because you're not. You're not. It just really reads as like immature. It really reads as you have a lot of self-work that you need to do because nobody picked you. And I'm sorry, I guess, that nobody picked you. But going after other people that are minding their business, like moms streaming on Twitch, is truly not it. I hope this person can mature. I don't know how old they are, but they look like they're older than me, but they sound like they're not. So I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe she's a pick-me? No, she definitely is. This is most definitely pick-me behavior, like without a doubt, okay? It's just the energy, the vile energy, body shaming other women, calling out mothers. Look, if you're gonna double, triple down on your point of parents shouldn't stream, then grab dads in it too, okay? Dads, moms, everybody. Every parent shouldn't stream if you're gonna double down on this argument. But to specifically call out moms really just gives me like misogynist behavior. And that's why it's just not girl behavior. You know what I mean? Like, you are a woman. Like, I hope you would understand or at least empathize with the struggles that mothers have to go through. But I guess no. Yeah, this really just gives me like the same, the trad wife mentality. Look, nothing wrong if like you and your partner agreed that, hey, you being a stay-at-home wife is the play, but like the right-wing trad wife mentality where they're like, yeah, women belong in the kitchen, da 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 da. I feel really bad for those people because I know their marriages suck, but this really gives me like that energy, like this is pick me behavior. Like when women think that putting down other women will make men want them. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like virtue signaling where she's like, men pick me because if I were a mom, if I were your wife and like the mother of your children, I would never stream. And it's like, well, I mean, streaming seems like your hobby, right? Like, I'm sorry that your partner, your future potential partner wouldn't support your hobby enough to let you do it a couple times a week, so that they could maybe watch the kids for a little bit so you could do something that would ease your mind after a long day. Sorry, you don't have a love like that. Must suck. Feels bad. This really just again reads to me like somebody desperate for attention. Like her and her 13 viewers weren't cutting it, so maybe she decided that making some really questionable tweets on Twitter would blow her up and get her the views she really wants.